So it is Throwback Thursday. Let me share you my fire extinguisher story. On this beautiful day, after a tired day, I got home and I was about to eat, and suddenly I heard a noise. Afa, Mr. Waliu, I beg go, fire, 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 fire. I was like, what happened? Fire, where? I had to leave my food and ran quickly to where the scene of the accident was. And hold and behold, fire has engulfed most part of the home, from the kitchen to the sitting room to the living room. Everywhere was filled with flame. One way or the other, we found our ways. We begged people with cars to help us with their fire extinguisher. We used so many methods. It has left the stage of primary fire to secondary fires, where you now have the cushion chairs, the curtains, everything was on fire already. One way or the other, by God's grace, we were able to extinguish the fire. And then I was wondering what led to the fire, but I couldn't ask the question then because there was so many tension and many things happening. And this is what I would like to share with you today, for you to know what to do if you have a case of fire in your home. But remember, number one thing is prevention. Prevention is always better than cure. Always get yourself a fire extinguisher in your home, and also train your kids, your family, on those things that could lead to fire. If you want to get more information of home safety videos, you can go through our past videos in our YouTube channel. Now back to the story. Most times we people, we always like to overlook things. Our lackadaisical attitude towards safety has led to so many loss of life and loss of properties. Fortunately, I was able to engage the daughter, and when I asked her what led to the fire, then she explained to me they were about to cook in the evening and their gas was leaking. Those tiny leakages that you perceive but you think is just minor. So those tiny leakages has been happening. Their burner, it was a straight burner that they just need to fix the burner on top of the gas. Those kind of gas cylinder. So what happened that day? They were like, okay, let us manage this thing this night. Tomorrow we are going to change it and know what is causing the leakage. Unfortunately, as this girl was trying to set up the burner to start cooking for the day, the matches, the lighter was not responding immediately. So the basic general idea is to first release the gas and ignite the fire. But unfortunately, because the matches was not responding, the gas was still being released to the environment, to the kitchen. The last strike that occurred, because the kitchen was already filled with the gas, led to the fire. The primary fire was like a jet fire that was coming out from the tip of the cylinder. And when this happened, the next thing, because of lack of knowledge, what did the girl do? And the parents, they saw fire. The next thing that came to their mind was to extinguish the fire. They brought water and poured on the gas fire, and that led to a very angry fire that engulfed the major part of the kitchen. You do not use water to extinguish a gas fire. It did not end there. After that has happened, there was still fire everywhere. The fire from the gas was still coming out because there was still gas remaining in the gas cylinder. Then the dad came up with an idea to find a big plastic drum to cover the fire so that there won't be presence of oxygen, and that will extinguish the fire. That was another very fatal mistake. That was another very serious mistake, because the drum that was being used was a plastic drum. As time passes by, the plastic also melted and also contributed to the fire, and the fire continued to spread. At this stage, it has become so uncontrollable, and one of those areas that even made the situation got worse was that the kitchen did not have any form of exit. So it means that we bring in water or whatever we need to extinguish the fire, we need to pass through the sitting room, we need to pass through the another part before we get to the kitchen. There was no immediate exit or immediate entry that we could have used to access the kitchen from the other side. That was another poor design of this particular apartment. So what are the lessons learned? Number one, whenever your gas cylinder is leaking, whenever you observe any leakage in your gas cylinder, the next thing you do is to go and find where the fault is. If it requires you replacing the burner or the tip of the gas cylinder, please kindly do not manage your gas cylinder. Number two, when you want to ignite your gas cylinder, always make sure that your lighter is on first, the fire is on before you switch on the gas. That is for those that are still using the manual way. Don't release enough gas to the environment and start to ignite your fire, because that can lead to explosion. Number three, never use water to extinguish fire. Never use water to extinguish fire. Get yourself a fire extinguisher in your home. It is very important that you get yourself a suitable fire extinguisher in your home. Should in case there's an issue of fire, you can effectively use this fire extinguisher to manage this particular accident. The third error was the man using a plastic drum to try and smother. While there is a partial understanding, a partial knowledge of smothering, it was wrongly applied. At the stage where the fire is already huge, something like a plastic drum cannot do the job. A big fire blanket could have done the job better, but unfortunately there was no fire blanket. This, among many others, are the cause of most fire accidents at home. For you to have a better understanding of home fire accident, we are having a free webinar on home safety generally. Not only about fire, we are going to address major issues that has led to accident injuries at home in various homes. If you want to be a part of this free webinar, you can join us on our next enlightenment session. You can chat us up on WhatsApp via the number showing you on your screen and indicate, I am interested in the free home safety webinar. I am interested in the free home safety webinar. Safety is very important. Prevention, they say, is always better than cure. And this is what we have for you on today's episode of Safety Moment with Waliola. Remember to share, remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to comment, and see you on the next video.